my name is Travis, and I'm sitting here with Dave, and we're going to talk to you tonight about prospecting with carrot bars. So I want to interview Dave, and we'll get a kind of a feel for what it's like to prospect, to introduce the carrot bars opportunity to somebody that you may know somewhat, perhaps someone you don't know at all, but we'll give you a sense of what that's like. Now, the script that I'll be using tonight is not necessarily the carrot bar recommended script. I've adapted this somewhat, personalized it, and I think that's what you have to do with any script, is it has to become your own so that you feel comfortable. You don't want to come across stilted or unnatural. This is all about being authentic. So let me go ahead and I'll interview Dave, and then I'll introduce an adapted script. Hi, Dave.
Hi there.
My name's Trav.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Victoria originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you grew up here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you married?
No.
Single? Yeah.
Single.
Yeah.
Single.
Good. And what do you do for a living, Dave?
Do gardening work.
Yeah.
Gardening landscaping.
Okay. And it's something you enjoy?
I enjoy it. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
good.
nice. It's fun. It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
And is it? Do you manage this company? Is it something that you do for another company? Is it your own company?
It's my own company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And tell me a little bit about just the financial aspect. Do you feel it's paying you what you're worth?
No.
Right.
No. It should pay more. It'd be nice if it paid more.
Yes. Right.
Absolutely.
So, kid, if you don't mind sharing with me, do you have financial ambitions for the future?
Absolutely. I always have had big aspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd like to do more in terms of your overall financial
Yeah.
picture?
Definitely.
Okay. Do you have any strategies right now to increase your general income?
No, I don't. Just
Okay.
gardening work. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, look, as you consider the current economic situation, do you feel that our economy is getting better, or do you feel it's getting worse?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's necessarily getting worse, but it isn't great.
It isn't great.
No.
Right. As you look at the dollar, have you noticed that it's devaluing? It doesn't buy as much as it once
Yeah.
used to?
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Have you? What are your thoughts on other forms of currency like gold and silver?
I've never put much thought into either one of those gold or silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't thought about gold, perhaps I could share with you my thoughts on gold. Is that gold has been around for thousands of years, since the beginning of recorded history.
Right.
So, one of the things that's true about gold is that gold is real currency. It's real money. And it doesn't devalue. In fact, according to statistics, the gold actually has appreciated 43% more than real estate. So gold is an appreciating asset.
Wow.
If you could convert some of your paper money, which is called fiat currency, into an appreciating asset like gold, would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is it safe, right? Well, it's a smart thing to do for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more security in gold as opposed to paper money.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, if you're interested, which it sounds like you are,
Yeah.
would you be willing to look at a short video, take you about half an hour to watch it?
Yeah, for sure.
And when would you be able to watch that? Tonight? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
When would be a convenient time for me to call you?
How about 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
Good.
I'll call you at 6.
Awesome. Thank you.
There we go. I think that's the biggest thing, is to get to know who the person is, show genuine interest in what they tell you about themselves. If they feel that you're interested in them, it goes a long ways to opening up conversation on other topics. So as you can see, Dave didn't have any knowledge about gold and silver, so that was a bit of a curve. I didn't expect, I thought that Dave would probably say, yeah, I'm interested in gold and silver, but he didn't go there. So what I did was I shared my own knowledge, my own opinions about gold and silver, and what I did was I held out an opportunity for him to gain more information about something that could further his financial future. The biggest thing when we're prospecting is we don't try to sell, we're simply sorting. If we become salesmen, then we have to be the expert, we have to have all the answers, and that's not what Carrot Bars wants. That's not what we want for you, is we want the video and all the Carrot Bar tools to be the expert. Our job is simply to pique an interest, to get the people to look at the videos. That's where you want to go, and you always ask them when's a convenient time to follow up. When can you watch these videos, and when can I call you? When's a convenient time? So that's what we did. So we closed the loop there. He's going to have a look at the videos. He may come back with some questions. We'll turn him on to some more tools, some more videos to answer those questions. And if you feel that he has questions that you can't answer, that's a good time to call either Mike or myself. Call your upline, because they have more knowledge, more experience in dealing with those kinds of questions, and they'll be able to answer any particular question that the prospect might have. So there we go.
Let's get started. And I want to welcome everybody here to session 3 for Carrot Bars. And this week's session, we're going to be covering the power of duplication. Now, we did touch on this a little bit last week. So what we're going to focus on this week is we're going to expand on it so that you can actually see how the power of duplication works within the Carrot Bar system. But first, we're actually going to look at what we would see as video number 2 if you go to GoldMoneyIntro.com. So let's just turn that camera over to the television set, and we're just going to watch about an 8 or 9 minute video.
Welcome to the Carrot Bars International Wealth Building Plan. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity centered around a very simple concept. Save your money in gold and get paid to share with others how they can do the same. Carrot Bars represents not only a plan to build wealth, but also to protect and preserve your purchasing power. Experts like author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, and famed financial analyst Mr. Mike Maloney recommend exchanging cash for gold in small bars. Most people would like to add gold to their financial portfolio, but it's too expensive in large gold bars. But that's all about to change. Here's an overview of how to generate a potential income of $15,000 to $136,000 or more per month. Carrot Bars International was founded by Mr. Harold Seiss in 2011 and is headquartered in Stuttgart, Germany. Carrot Bars is an e-commerce company with an affiliate program currently doing business in over 115 countries debt-free. Its goal is to get gold to the masses using word-of-mouth marketing. Why gold? Gold has proven to be a stable store of value for over 6,000 years. In just the last 100 years, nothing has outpaced gold. If you had $100,000 in gold in 1932, today it would be worth over $4.5 million. If you had $100,000 in cash in 1932, today, it would only be worth $2,000. Gold preserves buying power. 40 years ago, 1 gram of gold would buy you 5 loaves of bread. In comparison, 40 years ago, $1 would buy 4 loaves of bread. Today, that same gram of gold will buy you 20 loaves of bread, but that dollar won't even buy you a half a loaf of bread, just a few slices. Further proof that gold, not paper, is a true store of wealth. Our product is a unique category creator. It's called the Carrot Bar. Small in size, this gold is 999.9% currency grade gold in 1, 2.5, and 5 gram weights. Carrot Bars are produced by a private London Bullion Market Association approved refinery and mint, exclusive just to Carrot Bars. What could be better than saving your money in pure gold, showing others how to do the same, and getting paid for it? With Carrot Bars, you can do just that. We're paid 7 different ways through our affiliate marketing program. Enrollment is absolutely free. There are no monthly website fees, setup fees, or renewal fees, so there is no logical reason not to get started today. There are 2 areas that I would like to focus on in this presentation, which work together to build massive wealth for you and your family. It's called the Dual System Pay Plan. First, there's what we call the Unilevel. This position is totally free, and you earn residual monthly income for everyone you personally sponsor who acquires gold and other products from the e-commerce site. Not only do you earn commission from your personally sponsored affiliates, but generously through infinite referrals from your direct line of sponsorship. Next is the optional dual team. In this pay plan, personally sponsored members are placed on your left and right teams by you or spillover by your upline sponsor. You get paid weekly, and there are no limits to how much you can earn through the dual team. There are only 3 key points to building wealth with the dual team. First, choose a marketing package: bronze, silver, gold, or even VIP. Second, which is a well-known wealth building principle, pay yourself first by saving your money in gold. Third, refer at least 2 business-minded individuals to do the same thing. The dual team plan is based on units. Everything in the Karatbars e-commerce site has a unit value associated with it. As your teams grow, you will begin to accumulate these units. Whenever you accumulate 25 units on one side and 50 units on the other, you receive a cycle bonus. The marketing package you choose determines the amount of your direct commission with your personal sponsorships, as well as your cycle bonuses. As a VIP, you receive 20% direct commission for personally sponsored affiliates and an €80 cycle bonus. As a gold member, you receive a 15% direct commission and a €60 cycle bonus. As a silver member, you receive a 10% direct commission and a €40 cycle bonus. And as a bronze member, you receive a 5% direct commission and a €10 cycle bonus. The success is in the system, which means save yourself stress, time, effort, and money. Now here's the system. Enroll for free. Choose a package. Upload your KYC documents. Then save your money in gold and find at least 2 like-minded individuals to do the same. That's the system. As this system is duplicated, you receive cycle bonuses to infinity. There are no levels like a multi-level program. That's why it's called a dual team. Just a left and right team helping you accumulate units and duplicate the system. Each time the system duplicates, your team grows exponentially, increasing your income week by week by week. Now here's a mathematical example of the income potential. The projections seen here are not a guarantee of income, but rather a hypothetical example of how the income is generated. As a bronze, if you introduce at least 2 individuals who were only bronze members, you would earn $13 in direct commission. In the second and third duplication, you will notice that there are no commissions. This is because there are not enough units accumulated to generate a cycle bonus. As your team duplicates the system 6 times, you would earn more than the cost of your gold exchange of 1 gram. Once the system has duplicated 11 times, you can upgrade straight to VIP. After your system duplicates just 12 times, you would be earning $4,485 per week, and it continues to grow to infinity. As a silver member, only sponsoring 2 bronze members, you would earn $27 in direct commissions, and as your team duplicates the system just 4 times, you would accumulate enough units to cover your gold exchange and have cash left over. As the system duplicates 9 times, you would be able to upgrade to VIP, and by the 12th duplication, you would be earning $17,250 per week, and it continues to grow to infinity. As a gold member sponsoring only 2 bronze members, you would earn $40 in direct commission, and by the 4th duplication of the system, you would have earned enough to cover your gold exchange and have a lot of money left over. By the 7th duplication, you will have earned enough to upgrade to VIP, and by the 12th duplication, you would be earning $25,875 per week, and that continues to grow also to infinity. And finally, as a VIP sponsoring only 2 bronze members, you would earn $53 in direct commissions. By the 4th duplication, you will have earned enough to cover your gold exchange. So the gold is free, and by the 12th duplication, you would be earning $34,500 per week, and that continues growing and duplicating to infinity. The potential is staggering. Each Friday, your bonuses and commissions are loaded onto your custom Karatbars prepaid MasterCard. It is a global prepaid debit card which can be used worldwide. It was recently voted MasterCard's Design of the Year in Europe. Carrot Bars also gives second-to-none incentives to its affiliates. As gold is accumulated within your entire team, you'll receive amazing incentives from a gold iPhone to a luxury villa built debt-free for you anywhere in the world. As with anything, training is key. So we have developed a training system utilizing conference calls, webinars, and team events. When you understand that you are in business for yourself but not by yourself, you'll have the confidence to build your business and achieve your financial goals. So join us. Get back with the person who thought enough of you to share the plan with you, and let's get you started on your journey to becoming a gold billionaire.
Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually do a recap of what we saw on this video. So, my first question is, what are the main features of what this video described and what you can do to build your business? Anybody? Oh, did I stump you all? Oh. Okay, let me start. First of all, Carrot Bars is what they call word of mouth marketing. In other words, no fancy advertising, no newspaper ads, no ads on the web. There's no television commercials. There's no newspaper hoopla. There's no nothing. It's just you actually sitting down with someone else and using the videos that they've created, slideshows and other stuff, to share Carrot Bars, plus also the personal knowledge that you've gained from it. And then what you do is you just turn around and you share with them the concept and the business opportunity. So that's one thing that this video described as helping you in the process of duplication. What else did this video show you in order to grow the business and get you into the process of duplication? Well, I'm really stumping you guys tonight. Okay. How about this? The second thing that, one of the other things that they covered is they covered the unilevel
And the dual level.
and the dual team systems. In other words, Carrot Bars has created two separate systems in order for you to build your business. They created not one but two. They have the unilevel system, which has to do with when you are purchasing gold, and also the dual team system to help exponentially grow your business by not only getting people into the business and signing them up with a package, but also selling other products that Carrot Bars offers. And you get a direct commission from the people you've signed up. And then of course there's points that are derived from the dual team system that go onto your left side and your right side, and you get these things called cycle bonuses. And that's what we covered last week. Okay? So what's another thing that we covered off in terms of in this video that will help you grow your business? Because she covered off a lot of stuff.
Here's cycle bonuses.
Cycle bonuses, that's right. So they gave you different kinds of bonus systems. So they give you a cycle bonus, and that's one of actually 7 ways to get income within Carrot Bars. One of 7 ways. And in week 1, I actually covered off the 7 ways in basically when we were talking about how in the unilevel system and then also in the dual team system. There are actually 7 ways, and what we're going to do in this video is we're going to just list them. We're going to actually black out the camera here, and then we're actually going to show the actual 7 ways so that everyone on the internet can actually see what those 7 ways are. Okay, and then that way you have a good idea of what Carrot Bars has to offer in terms of business growth. So really, in the end, Carrot Bars is actually built for you to build wealth based on the process of duplication. So what I'm going to focus on is the dual team system, okay? Because that is the best way for us to be able to show how this process will work for you, okay? And then we're going to go into the mechanics a little bit today of how. But in the very, very last week, I'm going to actually give you even more specific on how to expand your business so that you can be confident on how to do it. But today we're just going to deal with more like what. What is the power of duplication? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with you. So here you are, and you were sponsored by someone else. And we're going to call that person the sponsor. Because the only way that you can come into Carrot Bars is to actually be sponsored by someone else to become an affiliate. You just can't come in out of the blue. You actually have to be placed underneath another person. Okay? So that's the first thing. But then, in the dual team system, you have what you call a left leg and then a right leg. So in the video they said join Carrot Bars and get a package. In order to be in the dual team system, and I covered this off last week, so if you want to go to week 2's video to find out a little more about what the 4 different packages are that I covered, that's where you're going to be able to get those details. So what you have to do is join Carrot Bars, become an affiliate. In order to get onto the dual team system, you must buy a bronze, silver, gold, or VIP package. And then the third thing she said is get 2 like-minded people, business-minded individuals to come on board, and they said at least 2, preferably more, but you can only get 2, and that's the minimum, to put on your right leg or your left leg. Okay? So then, the next thing you want to do is you want to take the time to actually coach these 2 individuals. You want to coach them and teach them about Carrot Bars so that they become well educated just like you are as you come into these seminars each and every week. In fact, you're going to be able to use the seminars that are being developed here as part of your tool chest. You're going to be able to use these to help teach people grow their business, because that is the main design of this. Okay? So now, you get onto Carrot Bars, you get a little bit of education, you get yourself up to snuff, you get coached by your sponsor, just like I got coached by Travis, and then you tell 2 people, they go, hey, this is a great idea, I want to be on board. And then they come on and you sign one up on the left and someone up on the right. Now this is a hypothetical situation because I'll tell you right now, this is not the real world that I'm about to show you here. Okay? And the reason is that I have never seen a business like this ever grow perfectly like this, okay? But just for the sake of education purposes, we're going to stick with a perfect model. So you'll only get 2 people because you only needed to get 2 people because they're gung-ho and they want to do the same thing as you. Okay? So, and another thing you want to encourage them to do is you want them to buy a gram of gold periodically, preferably once a week. And what are you doing there? Just a quick review from week 1. You're converting fiat currency into money. So you're just switching it over. You're going from a fiat currency class to an asset class. So that's what you're doing. You're just transferring money into a different form. And it's anticipated to appreciate in value, therefore creating more purchasing power for yourself. So that's the purpose. That's the reason why we're being involved in Karatbars, because we believe in this. Okay? So they do that, plus they bought packages, and then all of a sudden they decided to hire or talk to and sponsor, sorry, not hire, sponsor 2 people themselves. So all of a sudden, they now have 2 people on their team each. So you've now grown from 2 people to 6 on your entire team. Okay? Now, here's another cool thing. Your sponsor is also probably being aggressive, and he, she, or they are also adding people. Is that correct, Travis?
That's right.
Now, what's going to happen when they bring people on? Where do they end up on the tree?
They're going to go on the outside legs. So your sponsor at the top, he's continuing to build the outside leg on the right and the outside leg on the left, which leaves number 4 and number 3 in those positions to begin building downward in the center section. And what they will do, number 3 and number 4, will continue to build on the right and on the left of those legs as well.
That's right. So basically, activity above you is going to help you below you.
That's right.
Okay? So let me recap. In Karatbars, activity from your sponsor or your sponsor sponsor, the activity that they do is also going to flow underneath you as well. Okay? But does that mean you just rest on your laurels? Absolutely not. Okay? So now these 2 characters here said, hey, can I get a little help from you? So you decide to help these people come on board because you're flashy and you got a lot of pizzazz and you want to share Karatbars and you have this great enthusiasm, and all of a sudden they're going, oh my gosh, this is great, I want on board too. So then they go ahead, they buy packages, they start buying gold, and then they tell 2 friends, family, co-workers. All of a sudden now you have 14 people on your team. And one of the things I do recommend is when you help your team members, you may have to help them down to the 2nd, maybe even 3rd level down. And I do recommend it. And the reason why I do recommend you help them to 2 or 3 levels down is because what they want to see, what people want to see is they want to see the generations, the different generations of people working together within the same organization. Okay? And one of the important things that you need to remember is visibility is very, very important. Now, visibility can come in many, many different forms. And again, in week 8, I'm going to actually share how you're going to be able to do that when you actually sponsor people outside your city. Okay? or outside your country. So there's opportunities that are going to be able to abound. And the really cool thing is you don't have to limit it to just where you live. Although we all know that this is the easiest, because it's all about the face-to-face meetings that are most important. Okay? But then what would happen if these sponsored 2 business-minded people as well? This one here, number 30. So you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4 levels down. Just 4 levels down. And they were covering a compensation plan down to 12 levels. 12. And here, I'm just covering 4. And this is usually the first group that you wouldn't have as much contact with. But you might have a little bit. Okay? But now you have 30 people in your organization. How many people did you work with personally? Jen, how many people did I work with personally? 6. I only worked with a half a dozen people personally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I got 7 in here. But we'll count Travis and Dixie as 1. We'll count you 2 as 1 because you guys are married and you guys are married. So really I'm dealing with only 5 people here. Plus, because we made a choice, as Travis and I actually made this choice jointly to take these sessions so that we could actually put these onto the internet as training tools and to help everyone build their team. Now we've got a host of other people, and the biggest benefactors for our Carrot Bars team are Canadians, for the simple reason that sessions 4, 6, and 7, I'll be actually dealing with the Canadian tax system and how to run your business. Now there will be other applications within that I'm going to be able to, that I'm going to teach there, that will actually be applicable to other countries, because I'm going to try and speak as generically as possible, but it will benefit Canadians the most. But it will be able to help members in the US, in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and other first world, mostly English-speaking countries. So really, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to help people become as prepared as possible so that they can maximize their business. Because what we're really trying to do, and what we're trying to show through these sessions, is that you're really in a business. This is for real. And all of a sudden, you're going to start adopting a new mindset, because you're going to go, wow, this is a real business. I can make a real go of this, and I actually can build a team of people and duplicate myself and become financially successful, however that looks to you, in the future. And all you need to do is just not give up and just engage in the process. And that was our successful thinking tip last week. Just get into the process and don't give up. Okay? So that is the key when it comes to duplication. Now, what is your impression of this kind of growth, people? Anybody? Can you just share what this means to you?
I think for me, Mike, it means that what you're doing is you're leveraging your time and your effort through the time and effort of other people, so that you're working collaboratively, working cooperatively with a team of other people, and together you're building a financial future, not just for yourself, but for your team members.
So not only are you helping yourself, Jen, what are you doing? You're not just helping yourself,
You're
but
helping others.
you're helping others.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Jody?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so in the end, this is exponential, what they call exponential growth. But exponential growth, so long as everyone is cooperatively doing the same thing, means exponential profits. Exponential growth means or equals exponential profits. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're working on your immediate team. And then you're saying, I'm going to teach you to do the same thing. Power of duplication. Okay? And that's the main focus. Now, fortunately in this video, they were able to give some hypothetical numbers. I want to emphasize hypothetical. It's not going to be just that. But as each team is growing, so long as you've got 1/3 on one side and 2/3 on the other side, growing in points, totaling a minimum 75 points in total, 175%, 50 plus 25 equals one cycle. Okay? And you get paid, if you're a bronze member, 10 euros. If you're a silver member, 40 euros. If you're a gold member, 60 euros. And if you're a VIP member, 80 euros for a single cycle. And if you've got 1,000 points over here, and 500 points over here, that looks like 20 cycles, doesn't it?
Mm.
$20 times 80, if you're a VIP member, $1,600 a week, and I only covered one form of payment.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. There are seven forms of payment, and again, I implore you to learn what each and every one is. But for the sake of time here, I don't want to cover it off because Carrot Bars has done an absolutely fantastic job of being able to produce videos to show you exactly what they are. What I'm just trying to do here is try and get people to start thinking differently. And that's the goal here. We want you to start changing your thinking. We want you to start having a greater business mindset and realize that you're in a business, because most people who are introduced to this business have a job, or they're a housewife, or they're a volunteer and they're retired, and they're not quite engaged in business because they've always worked for someone else, and that's fine. But here's an opportunity now for you to be able to work for yourself. So it's going to take a little bit of discipline, and it's going to take a little bit of effort, a lot of consistency, keeping promises, engaging with people, working the process. And that is the type of thinking that we want to introduce, and that's why we're doing this. These segments are very different because we're trying to deal with the psychology of business using Carrot Bars as our main focus. Because what they did is they have set up the system. All you have to do is engage and operate it exactly as they say. It is ethical, it is moral, it is everything that you can be and what you can do in a business. Carrot Bars meets the strictest guidelines in some of the strictest rules for taxation in the country of Germany. And they pass with flying colors. They are ethical. So, just to finish up this segment before we go into the successful thinking tip. So as long as you're coaching and teaching and training, you will see your business grow. Just don't give up. Just keep pressing in and keep doing it. Keep sharing. You're going to get people who are going to say, oh, that's not for me. Some people actually might get, not violent, but they might get, wow, this is such and such. And you know, that's fine. I think there was an instance that you shared, Travis, maybe if you can quickly share, how people just slowly change their minds. And have you seen any instances like that?
Yes, where people were initially very closed to Carrot Bars, and it's simply because they don't understand what Carrot Bars is about. Anything that looks like a pyramid, people assume is a pyramid. Anytime there's an associate program or an affiliate program, they assume that there's something wrong with it. And when it comes to an affiliate program, we need to be loud and proud, because it's the power of exponential growth and exponential profit, just as Mike was teaching. Loud and proud about that collaborative, cooperative effort of leveraging your time and effort through the time and effort of other people working together. It pays off for everybody. It's a brilliant system. They even teach this system of marketing through Harvard, and it's becoming the wave of the future. And so with the people that I've talked to, there have been some people who understood it, they got it right away, but there's other people, it's like, don't confuse me with the facts, my mind's made up. And one of the things I found with people is they're looking to see what you do and looking to see commitment and longevity. If you're staying with it and you're seeing a measure of success, you don't have to build Rome in a day, but you're seeing a measure of success, and you go back to them, and this is what my commitment has been. No doesn't necessarily mean no, unless they say they're going to call the cops and get a restraining order. I say, look, I'm going to let you know how I'm doing. And even though they've said no, I go back and I say, look, hey, here's what's happening. And we've got some new marketing aids that are coming out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to send those marketing aids, those improvements to the people, and say, here's what's happening. Just wanted to keep you updated. Really excited about Carrot Bars. Glad you could take time to look at it. So that's where I've seen people's willful rejection come from. And I think the biggest thing is not to be afraid of people. Oftentimes people we had somebody collapse in the back. Call 911. Anyway, so I don't know if that answers your question, Mike, but
No, that does. That
yeah,
does,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. And so oftentimes people's rejection is really based on their lack of understanding or stereotypical notions. But the biggest thing, I think, is to overcome that fear. You know, we haven't been given a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. And I think that's the key, is to keep on persisting, because you believe in the opportunity and you believe in the product.
Thank you, Travis. And that's actually very, very true. So, again, just to recap very quickly, people may resist or reject at the beginning, but people have been known to change their minds, and that's fine. So just be patient and work with those individuals who do receive it, and just work with them. And when you get 2 or 3 people, just focus on them. And if you want to build a bigger team, you are allowed. You're allowed to do that. Now I'm going to give you a hint of what I've done. Okay. What I've done is actually, Travis showed the initial video to me. I think it was over the phone, actually. Mm-hmm. And he said, Mike, just go to the old website, which was KB Intro. Now the website I want you to go to is goldmoneyintro.com. That's goldmoneyintro.com. Okay. And he said, watch these 3 videos. And my wife Tamara and I did. And so did Tori. And because the 3 of us live here together. And so we watched it together. And we decided as a family to join together. So I signed up underneath Travis. And then I had Tamara sign on my right. And I had Tori sign on my left. Now what I decided to do was to just leave my 2 legs as such, and I didn't build any more people underneath them under my name. So what I did is that anybody who I've signed up, and I've actually have 9 people signed up currently, but I either signed them up on Tori's team or I signed them up on Tamara's team. And the reason why I did that was because what I wanted to do was, if I was able to build their businesses, even though I wouldn't get direct commissions from their from when they sign people up and they buy a package, or if they buy products, they would get the benefit of the commissions, but I would get the benefit of the points. So therefore I would be able to qualify under the cycle bonuses. Okay? And if I was able to build a powerful team underneath Tamara and Tori, I would actually be the net benefactor anyways. So you're able to have different approaches of how you want to do it. Now that's because we're in a family situation. What I've done with married couples is I've actually had one person sign up, and then I had them sign up their spouse. So now they have a team of 2 working one right underneath the other, and they're directly benefiting from each other. So there's really different ways that you can duplicate yourself. All you have to do is be innovative, and decide which way you want to build. And ask your upline what ways would be good. So, because the way that the model that I have may not work for you. You may want to go, no, I want a team of 20 people. Well, good for you. I think that's fantastic. So you can build it in many different ways. This is just the model that I've chosen so that I can build our team. Okay? So, now let's move into this week's successful thinking tip. And then when we're finished this, we're actually going to try some role playing. Okay? So, now, this week's successful thinking tip is don't love money. Now, why would I say something like don't love money? Anybody?
Gold is better.
That is great. I love that.
Yeah.
Gold is, yeah, get out of currency, buy money. That's what Mike Maloney says. Oh, you rock. I love that. Well, actually, the reason why I'm asking you and you out in the internet world not to love money is because you will see that money is actually amoral. In other words, it's not good nor bad. It's amoral, meaning it's not good nor bad. If you really think about it, whether you pull out a gold coin, a carat bar, a 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or a 5 gram carat bar, or even a $5 bill, a €5, a £5 bill, it really doesn't matter what you pull out. The last time I looked, if I dropped it, it wouldn't say ouch. In fact, it wouldn't do anything, because in and of itself, it is nothing. It's inanimate. So because it is not good nor bad, then the only thing that can give power to money is you. And only you. It's a matter of the individual decision to say money has power. So if you realize that money is not good nor bad, and it is amoral, and it is only inanimate, then money becomes a tool. So therefore, it's no different than a toaster toasting bread. It's no different than a screwdriver screwing something into a piece of wood, metal, or a brick. It is no different than a saw going through when you're constructing a house. It's no different than your car driving you down the street. And yet people have so many troubles when it comes to money and money matters. So what we're trying to teach people is, again, different thinking. And if we're able to adopt different thinking, you're going to become even more successful. And I'm actually going to cover part 2. So this is actually part 1 about don't love money. So this is what it is. And next week, I'm going to cover why. So that wraps up this segment of Carrot Bars. Thank you everyone for coming, and I'll see you next week.